Have you ever heard your own voice played back and felt a strange disconnect, like meeting yourself from another dimension? That tiny discomfort is your brain recognizing something deeply personal. Your voice is more than sound. It is identity. It is recognition. It is proof of presence. For thousands of years, hearing a voice meant someone was truly there. Now, imagine a world where that proof can be copied perfectly, where your voice can speak without you, where it can ask for money, give instructions, or confess things you never said. That world is not science fiction. That world is now. Somewhere right now, a mother is shaking as she hears her son cry on the phone. Somewhere a company accountant is rushing to send money after hearing the familiar voice of a CEO. Somewhere a grandfather is unlocking his savings because a bank officer spoke with the exact voice he trusted for years. And in each case, the voice is real, but the person is not. This is the voice clone scam, one of the most powerful emotional weapons ever built. We used to believe seeing is believing. Then we learned videos can be faked. Now we must accept something even more unsettling. Hearing is no longer believing either. The human brain was never designed for a world where sound itself can lie perfectly. For most of human history, a familiar voice meant safety. It meant family. It meant authority. That instinct is now being used against us. Voice cloning technology grew quietly. At first it was impressive, but rough, robotic, unnatural, easy to detect. But today, AI can capture tone, rhythm, breathing, accent, and emotional inflection with frightening precision. It doesn't just copy how you sound, it copies how you feel when you speak. Fear, urgency, sadness, excitement, all reproducible. And the scariest part is how little data is needed. 10 seconds of your voice can be enough. A short video story, a voice note, a greeting, a recorded call. Every time you speak online, you leave a piece of yourself behind. Most people share their voice freely, never imagining it might later be worn like a mask. Your voice has quietly become a biometric key, fingerprint made of sound. And for the first time in history, that key can be duplicated without your knowledge. Scammers recognized this opportunity faster than society recognized the risk, and understood something fundamental about human beings. We may question text, we may doubt emails, may suspect unfamiliar numbers. But when we hear a familiar voice, doubt collapses. Trust takes over before logic can speak. Imagine a late-night phone call, a trembling voice. "Mom, I'm in trouble. Please don't tell anyone. I need help now." The voice is perfect. The panic feels real. In that moment, a mother doesn't think about AI. She thinks about protecting her child. And she sends money, driven by love, not ignorance. Hours later, she learns her child was safe at home. The voice was a clone. The grief that follows is not just financial, it is emotional devastation, a sense that something sacred was violated, a sense that reality itself betrayed her. This is what makes voice clone scams uniquely cruel. They don't just steal money, they exploit love. Businesses face the same danger. An employee receives a call. The voice sounds exactly like their boss. Calm, confident, urgent. "This is confidential. I need you to send this transfer immediately. Die. We'll explain later." The employee hesitates for only a moment. The voice is right. The tone is right. The relationship is trusted. The money is sent. Later, when the real boss denies making the call, the company realizes no system was hacked, no password stolen, no firewall broken, only trust was exploited. This is modern crime. No force, no malware. Just psychological engineering powered by artificial sound. Banks have already seen thousands of cases. People receiving calls from bank officers with voices that sound identical to real customer service lines. They are told about suspicious activity, asked to verify details, guided politely through fake security steps. And once again, victims hand over information willingly because the voice matches the authority they trust. This is why cybersecurity experts now repeat a new rule: never trust a voice alone, because voice is no longer proof of identity. It is just audio data. The danger grows deeper when we realize how we are all feeding these systems. Social media stories, video blogs, podcasts, live streams, voice chats, gaming streams, online meetings. The modern world is an ocean of voices waiting to be collected. and every drop of that ocean trains better imitation systems. And we are entering a time where silence will feel suspicious and voice will feel untrustworthy. That reversal alone shows how much reality has shifted. But this is not a message of fear. It is a message of adaptation. Humanity has faced every technological shift by building new habits. We learned not to trust unknown links. We learned not to share passwords. We must learn not to trust voices without verification. Another layer of this scam is urgency. Scammers know that a calm person thinks, so they make sure their victims never stay calm. Don't hang up, don't tell anyone. Time is critical. This is an emergency. Urgency is the greatest enemy of logic. Urgency is easy to simulate with a trembling cloned voice. When urgency takes over, people obey instead of analyze. And that tiny gap between fear and action is where scammers live. Now pause for a moment. If this content is opening your eyes to how deception evolves, this is exactly why Scam Decoder exists. This channel is built to keep you ahead of manipulation, not behind it. If you want to stay prepared for AI scams, identity theft, deepfakes, and modern fraud patterns, take 1 second to subscribe. It costs nothing, but it keeps your awareness sharp in a world that changes faster every year. Let's continue. Voice clone scams don't stop with money. They are now being used for reputation attacks. Fake audio recordings of people saying racist remarks, fake confessions, fake conversations, fake scandals. Once released online, these recordings spread before they can be disproven. Even after the truth comes out, damage remains. Trust, once broken, rarely returns fully. This means voice cloning is not only a financial threat, it is a social threat, political threat, a psychological threat. The ability to fabricate speech erodes the foundation of evidence itself. In the near future, courts will need forensic voice verification. Companies will need audio authentication systems. Families will need code words. Schools will need new rules. Governments will need new laws. All because sound can no longer be trusted. Yet even as technology grows, human habits remain our best defense. Scammers rely on surprise. Awareness removes surprise. Scammers rely on urgency. Patience removes urgency. Scammers rely on isolation. Communication removes isolation. A simple rule is emerging. If a voice asks for money, hang up and call back using a known number. If a voice claims emergency, verify through another person. If a voice claims authority, confirm through another channel. No exception, no emotion, no rush. Some families now create safe words. A simple phrase only family members know. If a crisis call arrives, the first response is, "Tell me the family word." A cloned voice cannot answer correctly. The scam collapses instantly. Companies are implementing dual verification policies. No payment authorized by voice alone, no confidential request accepted without written confirmation, no urgency allowed to override protocol. These simple policies already save millions. Banks are redesigning systems to avoid voice-based authentication entirely, because once voice is compromised, it becomes a liability instead of security. This is how society adapts. Slowly, carefully, after losses, after lessons, after awareness spreads. The voice clone scam represents something larger than a new fraud technique. It represents a turning point in human trust. We are moving from sensory trust to verification trust. No longer I saw it, so it's real. No longer I heard it, so it's true. Instead, I verify it, so I believe it. This shift will feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Every technological era creates new illusions. Photography created fake images. Video created fake footage. AI now creates fake presence. But every era also creates new tools to detect deception. Awareness always catches up. The tragedy is that many people will suffer before awareness becomes common. That is why sharing knowledge now matters. A single conversation can prevent a loss. A single warning can stop a transfer. A single pause can save a family savings. Voice clone scams exploit what is most human in us. Love, loyalty, respect, fear, urgency. And that is why the solution must also be human. Calm, communication, skepticism, shared awareness. You do not need to fear your phone. You do not need to fear technology. You only need to remember that sound is no longer identity. If there is one sentence to carry forward, it is this: a voice can be copied, but truth requires verification. This is the new reality of the AI age. And once you understand the pattern, the illusion loses its power. This has been Scam Decoder. Stay aware, stay patient, stay connected. Because in a world where voices can be faked, the strongest defense is a mind that refuses to rush.